own leg, he saved Sanji. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Arwen and today we are checking out One Piece Season 1 Episode 6. I'm very excited to check this episode out with you guys. Last time we covered Episode 5, where Zoro got into a fight with Mihawk and he got wounded. He got really hurt and we don't know if he's okay yet. And Nami wanted to dip and leave our crew, but she stayed because she does care about us. She cares about the crew. She cares about Zoro and everyone else. So yeah. We also met Sanji, who is a cook at Baratie, and he can fight really good, but only using his feet. And we also met Zeph, who is the head chef at Baratie. Whatever else happened, I low-key forgot because it's been a while. So go check it out if you want. The link to that video will be in the description down below. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel down below. It would mean the world to me. Leave a like, leave a comment at the end of the video. Tell me what you liked about it. And let's get into One Piece Season 1 Episode 6. Let's go. Yeah, it's true. Zoro is like low-key dying. He works here.
A fight with this warlord guy, but he lost.
And he's like bleeding from almost dead.
Yeah, he won't make 2 days if he doesn't get help.
A fish? Yes, please. Okay. We start right where we left off with Zoro being hurt, and our crew is carrying him back into the ship after he got hurt. And they're trying to find the first aid kit, but Luffy is dissociating. He just is like, he doesn't know what to do. Like, this is the first time someone of the crew got like really hurt and he couldn't do anything about it. So now Nami is telling him to go back to Baratie to go and find a doctor. And then at Baratie we find Zeph and Sanji, who kind of do a cooking competition. And then Luffy comes barging in, all like stressed and upset, and asking for a doctor, where he can find a doctor because Zoro got really hurt. But then the doctor most close is like miles away. So Sanji is gonna help Luffy, but Zeph doesn't really agree with it. But then Sanji talks him into helping Luffy. So they go back to the ship with Zeph, and he applies fish skin to Zoro's wounds because that can heal his wounds. And he says that Zoro is badly hurt and that he got one foot in each world, like one in the living world, one in the dead. So they have to go and they have to keep talking to him in order to keep him tethered to the world of the living. So they need to let Zoro know that the crew is here and that they want him to wake up and that they're there for him. And then we are with the Marines, and Mihawk is sitting in Garp's office, and Garp is wondering where Luffy is, and Mihawk is telling him that he didn't get Luffy because he wants to know what becomes of Luffy when he enters the Grand Line. While this is happening, Kobe is outside of Garp's office and he's listening in. He's eavesdropping. And that's how he learns that Luffy is Garp's grandson, which of course makes much more sense why Garp doesn't want Luffy to get on the Grand Line, because the Grand Line is very dangerous. We've been told it over and over and over through the course of the season that the Grand Line isn't a joke. And then then Garp kind of loses it and messes up his whole office. Kobe doesn't really know what to do with that.
Something smells deep.
Is Luffy cleaning Zoro's sword?
I said you got it!
Don't fall off. Sanji stayed behind to cook for the crew, but Zeph went back to the restaurant, and Luffy is cleaning up Zoro his sword, like the one he got from his friend, but I never can speak the name of it, which really annoys me. But you know what I mean. And Luffy doesn't really know what to do with himself because he wants Zoro to eat, to get strong. He wants him to drink, but he also wants him to rest. Like, he doesn't really know what to do with himself, and it's kind of sad because Luffy cares a lot about his crew. Like, his crew is more than just his crew. It's his friends. It's his family. So Sanji and Usopp tell him that yeah, Zoro might not wake up. Like, it is a that can happen. Like, Zoro might die. So yeah, but then Sanji tells Luffy that making the hard decisions separates the captain of his crew. And then he tells them a story about how he met Zeff. Sanji himself was a chore boy on a ship and who got overtaken by Zeff's crew. And then the ship sunk and everyone died except for Zeff and Sanji, who are stranded on a rock. And Zeff got 2 bags full of food, and he gives Sanji the smallest one, where Sanji, little Sanji, is not happy with, because why would Zeff get more than him? But Zeff tells him that yeah, he needs more food in order to function than Sanji does, and that they will take their separate parts of the rock they're stranded on, and they will only communicate with each other if they see a ship.
Ate his own leg to save Sanji.
He literally did that.
That's why he has a peg leg.
That's his dream as well.
So
Live
I'm
the
gonna
dream
need you
for
to
both
live on.
of them.
She
insisting the city
likes
of gold.
him.
As a friend. This is not entirely his
He didn't
fault
have to
though.
fight.
Yeah, that too. It's her
There's
bad.
something that
Not everyone gets to follow their dreams.
Not me, no. Sanji and Zeff are now on that rock, and Sanji is keeping the food in a bag as long as he can, because yeah, once you open food, you have to eat it because it doesn't last that long. And now they've been here for over a month, and still nothing happened. But then one night it's raining, and Sanji hears a ship, so he goes towards the end of the rock, and he starts waving his hands around and yelling that they're here and they need saving, but they don't find them. And then it's been over 50 days, food is getting scarce, the bread is now moldy, the sun is so hot. So he goes to Zeff and he sees that his bag full of food is still full. So he cuts it open, but no food comes out, only gold and jewels and riches. So he doesn't understand how Zeff is still alive, only then to see that Zeff ate his own leg. He ate his own leg and he gave Sanji all the food. And Sanji cannot understand why he would do that for a stranger. Like, he doesn't even know Sanji and he ate his own leg. For him, that's insane. But then Zeff tells him that they share the same dream of finding the All Blue, where Sanji is always raving on about it, that his dream to find the All Blue, and that he needs to pursue this dream not only for himself but also for Zeff, that Sanji can make that dream come true for the both of them. And then we are with Nami and Zoro, and Nami is reading him a book about the City of Gold, and then she tells Zoro, who is still unconscious, that she couldn't afford herself to get friends because she would always leave, or they would always leave her. And then Luffy comes in and he talks to Nami, and Nami is kind of blaming Luffy for not stopping Zoro from fighting Mihawk, but Luffy tells her that it's his dream. Like, I can't take away his dream. And then he's asking Nami, like, don't you have a dream? Like, everyone has a dream. But Nami's like, yeah, no, but not everyone can pursue those dreams. So it's so annoying because I see both points, because Luffy he could have stopped Zoro from doing it, but Zoro would do it either way. Like, even if Luffy said no, he would still have done it. But I also get Nami's like, yeah, now he's lying here. But that's not Luffy's fault, because Zoro really wanted to do it, you know? Then we're back with the Marines, and Kobe's cleaning up Garp's mess he made in his office, and Zeff sees him doing that, and he's like, yeah, I guess you know that Luffy is my grandson. And then Kobe offers that maybe they need to stop hunting them and let Luffy be a pirate because it might not be the worst thing. Kobe also tells him that Luffy is a pirate. No matter what you try to do to get him on the marine side, he will always be a pirate. That's his dream, and he was born to be a pirate. So I'm happy Kobe he's coming more into himself and not being afraid to share his own opinions and thoughts. I really love seeing his growth from the first episode we met him to episode now 6, and he's more like confident in himself and in what he can and cannot do. Then we meet Arlong, the fishman. I hate them. I hate the fishmen with a passion, but their prosthetics and the way they look is really cool though. I'll give them that. It looks really, really cool. Because I know it's all practical, which is insane. But yeah, so they get into Barache and they ask for a table, but they don't get one, so they just take one by yeeting some humans off to the side, and they want fishmen to be better than humans, not equal, no, better than humans. And they also want to know where Luffy is because he got the map to the Grand Line, and they want that because they want to rule everything. They want to become king or fish of the pirates. No, they want to become king of the pirates. So they ask Zeph if he knows about Luffy, but of course Zeph lies and is like, Straw Hat? Never heard of it. Luffy and Usopp are now in the room with Zoro, and Luffy is trying to talk to Zoro, but he's not really finding the words he needs to use. Like, he's either too excited or he doesn't know what to say. Like, he's never done this before, but you can see he really cares and he really wants to talk to Zoro. He just doesn't know how. But then when he finally goes and does talk to Zoro, he gets interrupted by Nami, who overheard the Arlong pirates being at Baratie, and she tells Luffy they have to go because they're after him. So, but of course Sanji is not gonna go with them. Like, he's gonna go and defend Zeph. Luffy's like, no, I'm gonna stay here and I'm gonna fight with Sanji against the Arlong pirates. And Sanji cannot understand why he does that because they barely know each other. But then Luffy's like, yeah, you fed us. Now I'm gonna fight with you. Like, that's just how Luffy works. Be nice to Luffy and he will be on your side. And I love that. I love that. And then Luffy tells Nami that she needs to stay on the ship and guard the map and stay behind with Zoro.
You're not a dog, you're a fishman, so eat normal, you weirdo.
Let's go get our girl, okay? Let's go get her. Then Luffy comes into Barachi and he tells Arlong that I'm Monkey D. Luffy, you're looking for me. So Arlong was like, I was expecting someone bigger, and then Luffy would be like, so was I. Like, the way Luffy taunts people and just gets away with it is so funny. I love Luffy. And now Arlong of course wants the map to the Grand Line, but of course Luffy's not gonna give it to him. Like, that's it. He got the map. Arlong wants to hurt Luffy, but then Zeph shoots him, but then Arlong hurts Zeph, which gets Sanji to go up and fight the fishmen, and then a whole fight breaks out, and I just love seeing the fights in One Piece. The choreography is so good in the fight scenes in One Piece. It really is, and I love seeing Luffy fight, like, with his powers. It's so cool. I love Luffy, but I think you guys can tell. And then the fight continues on the dock, which is dangerous because there is water, and the water can take away Luffy's powers. But Luffy does get some hits on Arlong. So, but then Arlong yeets him into a boat, but he's not wet yet, so he still has some powers, but he is getting tired, of course. So then Arlong gets Luffy and he holds him by his shirt and he wants to eat Luffy because why not? But then Nami shows up and she's like, Arlong, don't bother, I got the map. And then it comes out that Nami is with the Arlong crew. Like, the first time I watched this, I was like, there is no fucking way. I was really in shock. In the beginning of the show, she just says in that earpiece, like, tell Arlong I have the map. And I'm like, oh my god, who's Arlong, huh? And then you find out who he is, and you're like, oh, she's with them. But but in episode 1 up until episode 6, a lot happened with the crew when Nami was with them. So she is caring about the crew, because she told Zoro, like, I couldn't have any friends, I couldn't afford myself to, because I always end up leaving, or they always end up leaving me. So yeah, but then she tells Arlong, like, don't eat him, like, just let the sea do it for you. I don't know, I don't think Nami wanted to kill Luffy. I don't think so. So I think she knew that Sanji or Usopp were around and were gonna go and save Luffy. So Arlong lets Luffy fall into the ocean, and as much as I hate Luffy, like, basically drowning and losing his powers, that underwater shot with Luffy, really cool. It looks really cool, but because he just sinks. He can't even swim up. Like, he just sinks. It's really scary. But then Sanji, without a shirt, jumps in the water and he saves Luffy his ass, and he gets him back on the dock, and Luffy is distraught of knowing now that Nami is with her Along parents, because she can be, like, there is no way she would be with them. So yeah, it's really sad seeing Luffy so sad. You okay, Zev? He feels obligated to stay. That's true. They were, yeah. They kicked your ass. And it's not your fault, Luffy. No, you're not gonna lose Zoro, I promise.
I need you, Zoro.
The way he closes his eyes is like, I need you. You know it's serious. No, it's not. Oh, so he knows. You are gonna make me cry.
From now.
No, stop. I love their friendship so much, guys. He's standing by his side.
Stop, not the henna! It's so beautiful. I love them.
You better help us find Nami. Okay, guys, that was our reaction to One Piece Season 1, Episode 6. I want to talk about a little bit about the end of the episode. So, that conversation between Sanji and Zeph telling him that he needs to get out there because nothing will come of Sanji if he stays here. So then Sanji goes and joins our crew, which is amazing. We love Sanji. I love Sanji so much. And then that conversation between Luffy and Zoro always makes me emotional. All the fucking time. No matter how many times I watch it, I will get emotional. It's so beautiful because this is like Zoro. He was always with us. Like, he was always there, taking along. But this is the first time we actually heard him say that it's not Luffy's fault, and that he will stand by Luffy's side, and swears that he will be with him up until they find the One Piece. No matter how long it takes, that he will defend him and he will be his first mate. Like, that moment when they are holding hands and just smiling, and it's so beautiful. Zoro and Luffy's friendship is so beautiful. It's so honest, it's so pure, it's so wholesome, because the pirate hunter turned into a pirate because he knew Luffy was onto something. Oh my god, it's so beautiful. I love their friendship so much. And now they are gonna go and get Nami back, because there is no way she is gonna go with the Arlong pirates. That's our girl. She's our navigator. We need her. We cannot get to the One Piece if we don't have Nami. And they also kidnapped Buggy, because he knows where Nami is gonna go, because he knows where the Arlong pirates reside. So yeah, that was episode 6. I love this episode with my whole heart. It's such a beautiful episode. And our crew got a little bit bigger with Sanji now joining. And our last conversation between Zev and Sanji is also really, really beautiful, but sad at the same time. But yeah, I hope you guys liked my reaction to this episode. And I see you next time. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and a comment. And I'll see you next time. Bye guys, take care.